And we've seen more young people turning toward the MAGA movement, believing it will give them the future they want in America. A growing part of this turn toward President Trump's agenda, black voters. This change may be going under the radar, but the movement, it is definitely not underground. And in tonight's Prime Focus, ABC's Averi Harper takes us inside the world of people who identify as young, black, and MAGA.
Hi, I'm a Karen.
It's nighttime in the D.C. party scene. But this isn't just any costume party. It's packed with a political message.
I don't talk to the media.
What is your Halloween costume?
I'm Hakeem Jeffries.
This crowd is partying the MAGA way. The Make America Great Again movement, despised by some across the country, loved by those in this room.
This is just a great time for young conservatives to come together, meet each other, and make America party again.
C.J. Pearson at the center of it all.
It's a big night.
Part-time party host and full-time MAGA influencer.
You lost the Electoral College and you lost the popular vote because Democrats are insufferable.
Donald Trump isn't just making D.C. safe again, he's making it healthy again, because I can finally go on my Hot Boy walks again.
Yo, I'm gonna have to pop off for a little bit. The tribalism in the black community needs to end.
He's one of the rising stars of MAGA.
Mr. Ross, what are you here for?
We showing love, baby, we showing love.
His presence so undeniable, even rap royalty Rick Ross comes through to perform.
I think these parties have given a little bit of a confidence boost to a lot of young conservatives who for a long time thought there weren't many people out there like them.
But Pearson is also using his presence to carve a lane for more young black conservatives in the grand old party. What about the MAGA movement attracts you and makes you want to bring other black people into the fold?
It's a movement that is putting America first, and that means every American of every shade, of every color.
And it's not just Pearson. In recent years, a number of black celebrities growing more vocal, too, in their support of President Trump, from rapper Kodak Black to Amber Rose.
Elect Donald Trump president of the United States.
These voices helped Trump make significant gains among black voters in the 2024 presidential election, nearly doubling his support among them and energizing young black men in particular. Black Americans, though, still overwhelmingly vote Democrat.
I caution the party to don't just assume that that support that has been there for Donald Trump will translate for the party.
Almost a year into office and exactly 1 year from midterm elections, where does that support stand? A recent ABC News Washington Post Ipsos poll showing 84% of black Americans disapprove of Trump.
When it comes to black voters, I haven't heard enough from the party on the midterm message. We have the White House, we have the Senate, and we have the House. What are our deliverables at this point?
Well, I don't have to wear a MAGA hat because I'm a walking MAGA hat.
The 23-year-old Pearson first went viral at just 13 with this YouTube video.
Here's the truth of the matter.
Attacking then President Obama.
President Obama, you don't love America.
How did you turn that viral fame as a kid into cultural capital and political influence in this current Republican Party?
For me, I've always believed that politics is downstream from culture. If we win the culture war, that's how we change the hearts and minds of America's young people. We've been able to kind of make conservatism cool again.
His conservative content netting him over 1 million followers across social media and capturing the attention of the president himself. Pearson unapologetic in his pro-Trump rhetoric.
So to all the liberals commenting on my videos, you're black, how can you defend what they're doing to illegal aliens in America? Maybe because I'm not an illegal alien in America. I was born in Georgia.
What do you say to those who say you're trolling or race baiting?
Well, I think that they probably don't interact much with authenticity. So when they see authenticity in action, it's something that's unfamiliar to them. And so for me, I'm America first, and that's my North Star. And illegal immigrants, I have nothing in common with them. Transgender folks have nothing in common with them. I think everyone should be treated with decency because of just how I was raised. But outside of that, that's kind of where the similarities end. They are literally being led astray.
His newest venture, launching the political podcast Family Matters.
It's good to see you all again. We have a jam-packed show ahead today,
where he and his guests speak their minds.
There's a common misconception that conservatives are uppity and bougie and we don't know black people. Baby, I'm as black as they come.
What they're doing for young conservatives and just young people in general is really invaluable. It's about not voting identity politics and really critically thinking about what matters to you.
Anna Marie Wiley first broke through on reality TV as a castmate on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
I came up with this idea to have the ladies over at my house for Mother's Day, diamonds and champagne brunch.
But lately, she's been an outspoken supporter of President Trump, from being invited to the White House to appearing on Fox News.
I voted for Joe Biden in 2020, and it wasn't until this election cycle that everything changed for me.
Wiley says her beliefs that transgender athletes shouldn't play in women's sports is a part of why she chose to vote for President Trump. That choice, she believes, cost her friendships and an invite back on the Bravo show.
I was given such a bad edit on that show and shown in such a negative light. So all of a sudden, I'm transphobic, I'm a bigot, I'm this mean person.
In a statement to ABC News, a Bravo spokesperson writes, there is absolutely no truth to those claims. But Wiley still wouldn't label herself as a full-blown conservative.
I'm really more moderate because there are many things Republicans believe that I don't share the same values with. I'm actually pro-choice. I look at things on an individual basis.
And Black conservatism isn't a monolith. One of the major boiling points, recent controversies around racist comments within pockets of the GOP.
How do you reconcile your support for the Republican Party with some of the ways that race can be discussed in corners of the party?
Yeah, well, I think a few voices don't represent the totality of the Republican Party. The only leader of this party is President Trump. President Trump, despite being called a racist, a bigot, a white supremacist, almost ad nauseum by a liberal media that despises him, was able to have the best performance among minority voters of any Republican nominee in half a century. And so I think it goes to show that Black people are a lot smarter than a lot of those on the left give them credit for.
I think the inroads that Donald Trump made with minorities, particularly Black men and Hispanic men, frankly, it comes from a different perspective. I think it's more a failure of the Democratic Party to explain why they are the champions of people of color.
Political commentator Tara Satmeyer is a lifelong Republican who became an independent after the 2020 election.
People of color who are willing to align themselves with this incredibly dangerous and self-destructive nationalist populist worldview. I find it very difficult to digest.
What do you say to Black conservatives who have left the Republican Party because they view President Trump and his policies as detrimental to the Black community?
Good thing we've replaced them. We've replaced them with new blood in our party that have come over and said that President Trump is exactly what we need for this moment.
For Pearson, the future is young and bright for Black conservatives.
Young people are the future. I believe that the cultural wins that we're putting on the board are moving the dial. We've got to harness that because this energy is not always going to be here.